Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Not too bad. Um,
Thank you very much for having me here.
no problem. Why are you interested in working with individuals with autism spectrum disorder?
I have been in this career for over 15 years now, and I absolutely love my students. They all bring a different light to my day. They are excellent teachers as well. They have taught me to be patient, more creative, to be problem solving, more on the spot. I absolutely love supporting every one of them.
Briefly describe yourself and your work ethic. What skills do you bring to the team?
I'm very proactive and I take a lot of initiative. An example of this is on Fridays, we do a cooking class with the support of my admin, of course. And this cooking class is used as a positive reinforcement for my students that have worked hard all week. In this cooking class, they learn about measurement, about teamwork, and as well as proper hygiene. Um, this cooking class is an absolute thing that the kids love and look forward to. Another skill that I do is I often bring new and exciting creative ideas um, to the workplace. For an example, just around Easter, we've been working on reading large numbers, and I ended up creating a math Easter egg hunt. These Easter eggs were filled with large numbers, and the students would have to go find them and read them out in order to earn a chocolate. Another skill that I bring to the workplace is that I'm actually able to deal with many challenging behaviors in the classroom. And in order to do this, I keep a lot of data. I follow the safety plans as well as the IEPs that are provided for the students. I work really well with the teams, and I absolutely love learning from my teams. Um, those are basically all of my skills that I can provide for you today.
Briefly describe your experience working on a team. What do you enjoy most, and what do you find challenging about working on a team?
I'm very fortunate to have been able to be part of many different teams as well as work privately and independently. I personally prefer working on a team just because I enjoy the camaraderie. I love getting feedback from them, as well as always having the open communication. My coworkers are excellent, and um, I absolutely enjoy going to work and enjoying all of them. However, there can be challenges sometimes when we have staff changes um, or we have supplies that are in. Sometimes our supply teachers don't always appreciate feedback from an EA, as well as the new staff aren't always as receptive or willing to learn as quick as you're hoping. For an example, a few weeks ago, we've had a new staff start, and the staff member has a lot of years of experience. However, when asked to go look for a student, she refused. I took the initiative and I went and checked and made sure the student was safe. And later on, discussed with her privately that that is one of our expectations and responsibilities is to ensure our student safety in the school.
Describe a time when you experienced conflict while working on a team. What did you do to resolve this conflict? And would you handle it the same way again? If not, what would you do differently?
I love how teams offer a lot of support and feedback. However, I do remember one conflict that occurred back when I first began working in the field. I was at a group home. Six individuals live there, as well as um, many different team members, of course. And upon with our schedule, we often went for an evening drive after dinner. One evening, one of our individuals ended up kicking his shoes off in the car. And upon arrival, the staff did not realize that the shoe or the boot was kicked off. However, the other staff that was at the house that greeted him became very, very irate and upset and started throwing shoes around and yelling because he was lacking his footwear. Um, this was a situation where we had tried to talk with her at the time, but she was so upset that we ended up needing to go and speak with the manager. The manager ended up discussing the situation with her, however, and ended up having her moved. If I was to go back in time, I would make some changes with how I would have approached the situation. I would have given her a few days just to cool down and collect her thoughts, and then probably talk to her privately. And we could have collaborated and discussed different strategies that we could have done differently or we could do in the future. That way, the issue would not be as big of a deal.
How would you describe your ability to receive constructive criticism and to adapt your performance based on its feedback?
I absolutely love when staff are honest, and I appreciate any constructive criticism and feedback because that's how I learn. I absolutely want to give 100% in my job. And if I do not have that criticism or that feedback, I'm not always sure if I'm actually meeting my expectations. So, with the constructive criticism, this is allowing me to pursue and be the best that I can offer to be.